Hi everybody, and welcome to Jewell Family Farm. So today we're out here in the garden and I'm going to be planting some tomatoes. Now if you remember, I showed you how to, or I did a video on how I started my tomatoes indoors. I think it was in February that I started them, and I didn't have any grow lights, and I just wanted to let you see, you know, how they turned out. Now the ones I'm getting ready to plant today, I didn't repot. Some of the other ones I repotted. I just left these in the original little containers that I started my tomato seeds in February, and I just kept them watered really well. And so in the last 2 weeks, I guess, I've been taking them outside onto the porch that doesn't get any direct sunlight during the day. And so I set them out there in the daytime, and then at night I brought them back in. But for, I guess, the last maybe week, I left them outside because the temperature stayed up into the 50s, you know, 49, 50 degrees overnight. And so I thought, well, they should be okay. You know, so now I don't believe that it'll frost anymore here in Virginia, especially down here next to the coast. Or not far from the coast, and usually, you know, by this time we don't get many frost. Now there is times like last year we did get a bad frost and it killed everything I had planted. So, but this year it's kind of stayed warm earlier, so I'm thinking that I'll be safe to go ahead and plant these tomatoes. But if not, I mean, if you know, I do have spares just in case. So anyway, I'm going to get these planted today, and these tomatoes that I'm planting today, they are called German pinks, and these are some that my great-grandma used to plant up in Appalachia, up in western North Carolina, and they're a good canning tomato, a slicing tomato. They're just an all-purpose, they're a really good tomato. They have enough acid in them when you can them that, you know, usually, you know, they can really well. So I'm going to show you how I plant my tomatoes, and of course, you know, everybody does it different, but this is how I do mine. All righty, if I can get up from here, that's the problem. Oh. All right. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have a big mound of dirt here that I've mounded up, and so all I do is I just dig a hole, pretty good size hole, in this mound of dirt. Then I'm going to take some water. I got a bucket of water here. And of course you can use a water hose or whatever you got. I'm just going to pour some water down in this hole. Now I've already got, there's compost all in this. I use the compost from the chicken house and the horses, and you know, so there's a lot of manure and compost that's been composted for over a year now. But here's the tomatoes that I did this February, this past February, and they took really well. They got a lot of root on them. The stems are not, they're good thick stems. And I'm just going to pinch off this bottom leaf right here. And you can use a little pair of scissors or whatever you want to use, but I just pinch it off like that. Then I lay this down in there pretty deep and just have the little pieces of the top sticking out. That gives a good root system there. So there's one. Now you got to make sure you have enough room, for your plant's going to grow really, really tall. It's going to grow, you know, this tall, if not taller. So you got to have quite a bit of space to put your, you know, not put them too close together, or you're just going to have a big old mess there. Plus, if you want a tomato cage, you can put here. I don't use tomato cages. I think I'm going to use string to tie mine up, but I'm going to do another one about 2 hands apart. I'm going to dig another hole here. Now this has got compost in it. It also has a lot of peat moss in it. So this has been, this little bed here has been established for quite a while now. So it's got really nice dirt in it. But that peat moss, if you put that in there, you know, it helps keep the ground from getting so hard in the summertime, especially if you have clay soil like I do. So I'm just going to put another dipper of water in there. Try to pull out some that don't have doubles in them. That one's got a double, but it's okay. And just lay it down in there. I'll pinch off your little bottom leaves. Okay, all these little leaves that's down here on the bottom. So that's what it looks like. And there's your root system. We're going to lay it down in the ground like this and just have this little piece sticking up. So we're going to lay this down like that and just cover it up. And that's all there is to it. And I'm going to do the rest of these. Now that dirt that's in the middle right here, I don't know if you can see it or not. I've got a big pile of dirt right here in the middle. I'm going to take that dirt and put it up here on one of my new beds that I'm getting ready to do. It's just laying in there for now, but that's the peat moss that you can see. It's just mostly just ground up wood, you know, like, I don't know. It's really just fluffy dirt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what peat moss is, but I think it's ground up sawdust or something is what I'm thinking. Okay. And moss, I guess it's called peat moss, so I guess it's made out of moss. I don't know what it's made out of, but I know that it keeps your dirt soft. So anyway, that's how I plant my tomatoes. And I'm going to plant this whole row, and then I've got another row over here that I'm going to plant. So anyway, I just wanted to make a quick little video on this, and we'll see you tomorrow or on the next video. So take care. Woo! I've been working out here in the garden all day and I'm already tired. So this is the first day I've let the little ones out here in the play yard. Everybody's kind of getting used to each other. They're following Mama around everywhere. They're doing good. I'm real happy with their progress, and I'm glad they all survived. And Mama looks good. See, she don't look as hollow now. She's starting to really look. She's looking good. I've been feeding her a lot more vegetables, some more fruits and things like that, just to help, you know, balance her out some, and giving her some alfalfa for her milk production. With 4 babies, she doesn't have any extra milk to spare. She's having a hard time making enough to feed these guys, and so I've been having to wipe their butts off at least 3 times a day. I was going to say several times a day, but at least 3. Right now I can see that some of them, their little butts need to be cleaned again. But the other goats, this is their first time seeing them, so they're a little bit curious of what's going on here. But look at that. Now that little black one there, he's a boy. But they're all getting used to each other, and here's my other ones over here. But I'll put them up at night, the babies. I'm just going to let them stay out for a little while Since it's their first day out, I don't want them to, you know, get hurt or whatever, but I was going to stand here with them for a while and let them play out here in the play yard, get some exercise. But I am going to put them back up into their stall here in a few minutes and close the door so they can rest and the other goats can't bother them. But they stay right with Mama. They don't let her get too far away from them, just like little babies, little human babies do. They want their Mama. Yeah, she's having a hard time with her milk production. I'm having to feed her quite a few extra calories. But I have been giving her like apples and oranges and carrots. And of course I do give her some animal crackers just because she loves them so much. I give them to her once a day. It's hard for me to see what there. Okay, that's better. They're so cute. They haven't got up enough strength yet to hop around like you see some of them on TV hopping around. Like on other videos, they will though. Just give them time. They must be getting some milk because they keep drinking, or maybe they're not, and that's why they keep trying. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check her out, but I can see that her udder is not full at all. But they must be getting something because they're staying latched on. I'll have to check her out after a while, see if she has any milk in there. Yesterday I checked her and she didn't have any, but I'm sure that the babies all drank it all. Man, I'm gonna have to get their little butts clean though. I'm gonna have to come get my wipies down here. I did it this morning, but I guess I need to come and do it again. All right. Just thought I'd add that on to this little video for today. All right, take care. We'll see you next time and count your blessings. Bye.